Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some more patchwork tags. I made some of these for the Christmas in July. I thought they turned out really cute. So we're going to make some more today with just regular decorations. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. Now I'm using, for the background, this is just file folder. Yep, just file folder. So I'm going to have the mason jar on it. And we're just going to do some strips. Sorry, my phone's over here making all kinds of noises. And I'm just going to, sew them like a patchwork quilt. So no, I didn't match patterns or anything like that because, well, that's what a patchwork quilt is. So years ago, making quilts, that was one of my pastimes. I always enjoyed doing that. I think I'll put my glue on here, and then if I need, I'll add more. I should probably put my glue paper down, huh? Yeah. And I'm gonna set them off to the side so I can use, these scraps and something else probably. Can use all kinds of small scraps for all kinds of things. Now I don't keep all of them, of course, but I have quite a few. My craft room looks quite that way. I think after I get done gluing and trimming, then I'll check my edges. And I'm just going to overlap it a little tiny bit. Just so I'm sure to cover up my background. Guess I went over a little far on that one. So how's everyone doing today? And another thing you can do, if you want, you can ink these. I'm not going to ink them. That would just take too long. Now, if I was bored, I might think about it. But I'm not that bored. So anyway, how's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's getting quite a bit of crafting done. If I lay it like this, maybe I can see where I'm putting the glue. Getting ready to do my video on my first signature of the fall journal, so hopefully you tune in for that. Well, I can always just cut the bottom off instead of adding more. So yeah, hopefully you tune in to see. I think it'll be kind of cute. Making the size of the tag is just a guesstimate because, you know, when you start gluing them down, you have them closer together. So this bottom part I'm just going to cut off. So I'll go around and cut my edges, trim my edges. I made these kind of big, but sometimes, depending on what you're going to do with it, well, a couple of them are bigger. I'm going to make a couple pockets also, and they're smaller. Then I made one that was a little bit smaller, but a couple of these are big. And, you know, depending on what you're going to use them in, bigger tags sometimes come in handy. But you can make them any size you want. Let me see, how big do I want this? I think this is a bigger tag, so I might use this one. I just made these out of cardboard. I have another one floating around here somewhere. I really liked the angles on that one, but yeah, it must be laying under something because I can't find it. And then I'm going to round my bottom corners. And you can round your corners or you can leave them square. You can round all four corners. It really doesn't matter. And on this one, I'm going to put this mason jar. And you know what I didn't do? I didn't get something for the top of my tag. Well, I'll have to get something for my tags. So I'm just going to glue this down. Now, if this paper would have been a little stiffer, I could have wrapped some twine around it. But I think I'm going to kind of highlight these lines just with little dots, just to kind of give it a little something. Another way that I can doodle. Yeah, there. And then up here, because we have a pink flower down here, I'm going to put this pink flower up here. I mean, that's not a flower at all. I'm going to put that pink gem up there. I was using this glue a little while ago and I left the little cap thing off, so there we go. Now these little gems, yeah, they have like a little a little small pop dot on them. So that just raises it up a little bit. That's the wrong one. Pink. We're going to put that one right there. And then I'm going to put a little gem in the center of that flower, just to give it a little something. So if you have a lot of strips left over, this can give you an idea of what to do with your strips. So see, I think that's cute. And then in a few minutes, I'll get something for the top, because I have to get something for all of the tops. Okay, so we're going to lay that one aside. Now this one, we'll do this one next, because this is going to be the pockets. So I have the longer tag, and it was kind of narrow. So I'm just going to do these strips on it, and then I'm going to cut them in half and make 2 pockets out of them. So all I'm going to do right now is the same thing as I did before. I'm just going to glue these strips on. And then when I get them glued on, I'll come back and we'll cut the pockets. So we'll be back in a flash. Okay, so while I was off, I went ahead and just glued the rest of my tags and trimmed them. And got my little toppers for all of them. And I'm going to just use paper from the tags. I think that's because I kind of looked around and it's really the only thing that I could think that would go with them. And I think it'll look just fine. All right, now, that's what I say. Some of these smaller strips, you can use them for a lot of things. So see, this I'll use for a topper. So I'm going to go ahead. I think I used this one on the big one. Just going to go ahead and cut these. No, I'm not. These are my pockets. I don't need a topper for this one. So what I want to do is figure out where I'm going to cut. And I made it so I could cut right through where these butterflies were. So that's what I want to do. And I'm going to try to freehand it, because I don't have either one of my cutters in here. And I think that's a little cockeyed. And that's probably a little cockeyed. Okay. Now, he's going to sit on there, and the flower is going to sit on there. But what I did forget to get was my my notch cutter. So we'll try this again. Okay. I don't think this should be too heavy for my notch cutter. Nope. Love this thing. I like doing my notches for my pockets so much better. Once in a while I'll still use my circle punch, but I like this a whole lot better. Now I'm going to round these edges. And for now, I'll leave the bottom square because I don't know what I might use it in. Okay. So out of this one, then I got my 2 pockets. And I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. Yeah, he's cute. I like him. I like these little chunky birds. Now I did ink around him a little bit in black. I just didn't do it really dark. Might should have better done it a little darker, but and I inked around this in a little bit of green, but I didn't do it too dark on this one either. Sometimes I don't like trying to ink around all of these little tiny parts. But you can ink or you don't have to ink. It's just personal preference. See, now I think that looks cute. Now I could have also put like cheesecloth or lace or something behind that, but I didn't. So let me go ahead and ink these 2 while I'm doing these. I really like this one. I think this one turned out really cute. And I'll ink around this little guy with a little bit of black. Oh, guess I should hold it over here, huh? So this is just a little change from just plain old pockets and tags. I think them are cute. Like it. Now wait a minute, I'm not done with these yet. On him, we're going to put a little bling on his tail. You know, of course, we got to dress it up a little bit. And that just lets him show up a little bit. And then down here at the bottom, just to kind of highlight the bottom a little bit. Can't remember if I was going to put green or gold. I have stuff over here sticking to my fingers. I almost want to say it was green, but it might not have been. Yeah, I think I like the green a little better. That's just to highlight down by his feet. we go. Okay. All right. And then over here, I just want to put a little tiny bit on this one. Okay, you know, once these things sit down, you can't pick them up. Keep telling myself to use my tweezers, but I don't. So I'm just going to put that in the center there somewhat, just so it kind of highlights that a little bit. And then let's see, I think I just want a little green over here by these little red flowers and a little green over here. Not that one. Something there, and we'll put something there, and then I'm going to have something right there. Okay, so that's just to highlight that spot. And we'll just highlight that spot a little, and then I'm going to put this little gold one right there on the, I think that's anise with the cinnamon. And that just kind of gives that a little highlight. Okay, that might should have been up a little bit higher, but we're going to let it be right there. All right, so there's the two pockets. Now I have this one all done. I just have to cut the angles and the corners. And on my other one, I still have to ink it. Okay, so we're going to put this one on here. Right, and now for up here, what did I do with them right here? I'm going to put one of these bigger green gems. I think that's the one I took off before. And that just gives that a little highlight. And then down here, let me see. I think I still need another, oh, there it is. Nope. I still need another gold. because sometimes I think I'm going to use one in one place and I use it somewhere else. Right? So I'm just going to put, I like this glue because it just balls up. This is Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to put them on here. Just put a little gold bling on each one of these just to highlight the bottom part of it a little bit. There. Now, so I don't forget to ink this one. I don't know what color I inked it in, so I'm just going to ink it in black. And that'll just liven it up a little bit. Sometimes I really do think I like the black over the brown. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to want to do this. Might as well do this while I'm doing it, huh? See how high I want that. That's a pretty big tag, so I'll put a pretty long topper on it. But I don't want it that wide. So now I'm going to round my corners. And I'll ink around this. And then on my back, I could also go ahead and ink this because there's lots of writing space back here, and that'll just highlight the back a little bit. I want to remember to do that on the back of that. Oh, now I have black ink all over me. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on now. I don't want to go down too far. And I think that looks cute. And you could also just put something up there if you wanted to, but I don't want it to collide with that one. So there's that tag. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this one so I can finish this one. And then I just have one more to show you. So hopefully you're not getting bored. Let's see how tall I want this. Just cut it off a little bit. And you don't have to round your corners on them, and you don't have to round all 4 corners. I just like the way it looks. Up a little bit. Oh, I didn't ink it. have to ink, ink, ink. I can ink my corners, or yeah, my corners up there after I get it put on. See, so I'm going to go about that far. Should have inked around my tag before I put my topper on it. Uh-oh. Hope that's still recording. My phone went to something different. Okay, so that one's done. Now we have just one more. I have black ink on my paper now. So I already put my strips on. Now these strips, I made them go up and down just to show you the difference. You can have them go sideways, or you can have them go up and down. Now at Christmas time, I also did where they kind of went diagonally. I still think I want my bigger thing at the top. I made them go diagonally, and it gives it a little bit different look. I have to keep watching my phone, make sure it stays recording. And this was already rounded, so I didn't see any sense not using that corner. Yep. Okay, so we're just going to put this jar on. And this is a skinnier tag. This was a smaller jar, so I figured, you know, make a skinnier tag. Oh, look, I got a mess. I must have laid my hand on my ink pad, and that ink pad's really soupy. No wonder I got ink all over everything. Well, I'm almost done, so I'm not going to go take it off now. And let me see. I think I inked around this one blue. I'm just going to go ahead and ink real quick. And we'll ink around the back. I should do it up here. Sometimes I forget myself. So let me figure out how long I want this. Probably cut some off there. Wanting to go off to the side. I don't know what I'm doing over on the side. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and put this on. put a little bit of bling on this one and we'd be all done. Okay, now for his bling, I'm going to put a little flat gem on here. It doesn't stick up as much as the other ones. And I didn't have the exact color blue, so I thought this one went good with it. And then I'm just going to put around some little gems down here just to highlight these flowers. They didn't print real clear. I don't know how many it is I'm supposed to be putting on here, but that's okay. I can't believe I got this all over me. Okay, we're going to do one there and one there and one there. We're just going to go along and we're going to highlight these babies. That's a gold one. Okay, and do we have one more? Yes, that was right there. Okay. Now we're done. Let me set this stuff all aside. We'll bring our stuff down here. Okay, so here's our bigger tags. And our little bit skinnier tag. And our two pockets. So what do you think about our project for today? Let me know down in the comments. If you have any likes, let me know. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any ideas or anything like that, let me know. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get it up there, so we're slowly making way. So I hope everyone comes back and sees me next time for my next video. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.